if you write your own judgment, it's judgment of Ouko JA. That's my judgment. I've put all my thought in it. I've reasoned in it. The language is mine. But if we have had a matter and we have conferenced and we have agreed on the outcome and we assign a judge to go and generate a draft, the judge generates a draft according to the way we conferenced, putting in a little more, actually much more, because the whole body becomes the work of that judge. But this transformation of that judgment from the time it is circulated to the other two judges to the time it is delivered, because the other two judges will also have an input. There are occasions when you generate a draft and share with colleagues, and when they return the judgment to you, you can't recognize it. Long time they used to use red ink. It will all be red. And so when it is finally ready for delivery, it cannot be a judge's decision. It's a court's decision.
You have told us at some length of the problems and challenges that face the judiciary currently. And it is on record that there have indeed been numerous task forces, committees, you name it. I can recall under Chief Justice Ishero, various committees, the Onyango Otieno one and so on. You yourself, my Lord, chaired a committee or a task force and made substantive findings and recommendations. And there were even committees that sat to implement those recommendations. Now my concern is this, my Lord. Despite that, we still appear to be stuck in the mud. There seems to be an inherent problem within the judiciary in achieving the objectives. Your Lordship used words like the lack of coordination, the lack of focus. There are too many committees and they adversely affect the work we do. Judges are not quite involved. Now, my Lord, what is that inherent problem that prevents the judiciary from seeing the light of day, from implementing those recommendations to their logical conclusion? Some of these reports date 20 years. Some of the recommendations are still stuck. Braille machines, something that was recommended X number of years ago, still unimplemented. Why? That's my first question.
Thank you, Mr. Attorney. I said earlier, we need to focus now on seriously implementing these recommendations. I do not think, from where I sit, that we have been focused in which is one area that the next Chief Justice needs to take on. Because all those reports say at the end that there will be an implementation mechanism, there will be monitoring and evaluation mechanism to ensure that we achieve the objective of those reports. They were not done in vain, and as you observed, there are many. I counted, I think, 15, and if you read all of them, they say the same thing.